Hey everybody, Josh here at Leaf for our next week preview of college football. It's not an amazing week. There's only 2 games with ranked opponents playing each other, but there's still some interesting games, and we're still learning a lot about these teams, so it should be another fun week. The first one we were looking at was Texas Tech at Utah. Admittedly, not a game that necessarily looked like it was going to be all that exciting coming into the season. But Utah and Texas Tech have both played really pretty well. Curious to see Devin Dampier at Utah has had a really good start to the season. His cards have gone crazy. So curious to see what he does in his first real test against Texas Tech. Auburn at Oklahoma. This is obviously a pretty big matchup in the SEC. Jackson Arnold, revenge game if you want to call it, going back to Oklahoma. John Mateer has been absolutely incredible for Oklahoma. He is, I think, either number 1 or 2 in the Heisman odds right now. So he's had an incredible start to the season. So curious to see, again, not Oklahoma's first big game, but Auburn's first big game. So what's that going to look like for Auburn? South Carolina at Missouri. Obviously, South Carolina coming off a pretty disappointing loss to Vanderbilt. Lenora Sellers got hurt. This game is admittedly only intriguing if Lenora Sellers is healthy and ready to play. If he's out for South Carolina, I think Missouri is probably going to roll. If he plays, I think South Carolina is still a very, very good team. They still have a lot of other talent. Bo Corbella has been really good for Missouri. Curious to see what he looks like in his first real test. Florida at Miami. Admittedly, last week was a bit of a debacle for Florida. Trying to hit the reset button and recover. Don't have a lot of time because you went from at LSU to at Miami. Miami's looked incredible so far. Curious to see if Lagway can get back on track. Obviously, last week was a little brutal with his 5 picks, but incredible talent, and my hope is that he'll rebound. It would not shock me if Florida surprised people a little bit, and even if they didn't win the game, if they played much better than they did last week. And lastly, a game again that I don't know that anybody circled it on their calendar. Illinois at Indiana. Illinois right now is a top 10 team. Luke Altmaier has just been incredible. And Fernando Mendoza, Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper Jr., they've been really good for Indiana. Both their first tests for these two teams. We're starting to get to the point of the season where the first test for a lot of these teams. And then the last game I'm going to talk about, I'll be there this weekend, Purdue at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is trying to rebound from their 0-2 start. Admittedly, it's been a tough start to the season for me, but this should be an easier game. They've got to figure some stuff out on defense, but admittedly, they're only 4 points. They've lost 2 games against ranked opponents by a combined 4 points, so plenty of time. Enjoy the football this weekend. Have a blast, and go Irish.